Hello, how you guys doing? All right, the timing on that is real off. Just wanted to try something and I didn't really have time to set it up. So apparently, right? If I run a 30-second ad as soon as I boot up stream, right? Which everyone who's joining stream is gonna get an ad like as soon as you join the stream anyway. So it really doesn't do anything. But what it does do is it means for the next 11 minutes, we will not be getting ads for people who are joining, which means that people could just join without getting an ad. Testing a theory that actually means that people can actually join. I literally just typed that up like 5 seconds ago to get it going. But anyway, sorry I'm late today. Need to fix the vibes on that because I missed my my hello. You know. Anyway, we're doing a thing. Oh, I still have that video from yesterday with the drunk guy gets sprayed with water a bit. Doing some judgment. So if you haven't seen this before, let me go ahead and bring it up so you can see it. I'm over here for some reason. Oh, right, because of whatchamacallit. Where is that? Bop, bop, bop. Bop. There it is. All right, we're gonna just plonk me in the corner here. And my hair's a mess. Theoretically, I'm getting it cut tomorrow. Gonna have one of Tilda's friends does professional hair cutting. And so, you know, put a gavel on your webcam. You need to get like a really low effort webcam. So my hair is a mess. I don't care. Anyway. So if you haven't seen this before, this is Am I the Asshole filtered. So these are no tweet. Thanks. Forgot to tweet. Blurry boy. I'm blurry? That's weird. Thank you for the heads up on the tweet. So let me go ahead and get rid of the music. We're gonna read some so Am I the Asshole is a Reddit account where, or Reddit subreddit, where people ask if they're being a jerk. Yeah, it's that feeling of like, am I actually like a bad guy for the thing I did here? And I figured we were going to have to like, you know, maybe scroll down to like top of all time or whatever in order to do this. Cause we did this last week, like literally a week ago, right? And no, like there's new ones. Somehow people do routinely stupid, messed up stuff on like a weekly basis. So anyway, let's start with this one. Am I the asshole for firing 4 cashiers because they accepted counterfeit money? So I go with a gut check on all of these, like just based on the title. I'm gonna say yes, if it seemed like they were legitimate. You know, most of the time the title is clickbaity, you know? So let's see what this one says. It says, I own 6 restaurants and bakeries. Okay, so you're rich. Got it. We've had an issue with cashiers accepting counterfeit money. Managers give each cashier training on how to detect counterfeit money. Some of the counterfeit money is really good. Takes several minutes to notice something wrong, so I'm not upset about it. What I'm upset about is the really bad ones. See, that's what I'm talking about. We've had a cashier accept Albanian money. Several... Okay. All right. Albanian money. Okay. Maybe they're British? Because that I mean... Okay. If they're Americans, they're idiots. Like, that's absolutely wrong. Like, no. All right. The managers give each other okay, blah, blah, blah. We've had a cashier accept Albanian money, several banknotes that say something like fake money for movie production. Those usually look pretty legit. 100 dinar banknote that had fucking Van Gogh painted on it. A 5,000 dinar banknote with Putin's face. Wasn't even the right side. Writing in Russian too. 5,000 dinar. Okay, so they are European. I could see how you could get get confused because European money, right? the pound, right? Pound, it kind of looks like Albanian money. Like, if you're kind of not paying attention, I could see how you'd mix these up. You know? I mean, it's not the queen, so, like, that's probably your heads up that you're wrong. You know? Like, I could see how you get confused. They said euro. Oh, euros, not British pounds. They literally said euros. Euro currency. All right, what do they even look like? Okay, but still, like, come on. Like, look at this. I mean, they're buildings, not people. Are they all buildings? Wait. Wouldn't it be kind of a tip-off that, like, the main design elements is on the left side instead of the right, and they're not of buildings? And they're... Wait. Are they different sizes? So, like, the more money it is, the bigger it is? That's wild. That's cool. That makes sense. That's helpful for people who are blind. You can kind of, like, get a vibe for how much money you have based on the size. Yeah, that's because, like, the American dollar, there's no fucking difference. That's cool. Huh. Okay. But yeah, no, there's some noticeable differences here. As an American, like, if I was handed these, I'd be like, sure, whatever. That's a euro? Okay. You know? I mean, this one literally says euro on it. So, like, that would be probably okay, anyway. A 500 dinar banknote that had a fucking Van Gogh on it. A 5,000 dinar with Putin's face on it. Wasn't even the right side. Had writing in Russian on it, too. 5,000 dinar is like 80 euros, so that really pissed me off. So it's supposed to be, what, $5,000? Like, what? Okay. Either way, they got it wrong, and it was fairly obvious. The issue is we couldn't pinpoint which cashiers accepted the banknotes, that they were all discovered when we tried to cash the banknotes at the bank. We didn't know when it happened. In total, over the past 3 weeks, we've had over 25 bills costing us 400 euros. What is 400 euros to, like, American? It's pretty close. $404, $405, rounding up. It's pretty even. Okay, so that's a decent amount of money, you know? That's it could potentially be someone's shift, you know? I would assume that at this point they're purposefully accepting the notes. I had all my managers go through all the cashiers to how to verify bills. I thought we were talking, like, you know, the fake banknote ones, like the ones for movies. Like, if you're not paying attention, I could see fucking that up 100%. I had my wife, sister, and brother and 2 friends go to our locations with the exact same fake bills, as well as some really bad ones I made with my printer. I performed counterfeit in order to test my employees. They didn't use any of the good fakes. There were 30 purchases, and the 4 cashiers accepted our fake notes 9 times. Okay, cool. So that's a way to check and see whether or not who's actually doing it. Because I thought they were going to fire. Like, so far, I'm with them, you know? I'm here to get mad at some Redditors. Oh, you will. So far, I'm actually weirdly in the corner of this guy. This is over the span of 3 days. Our 4 cashiers accepted the fake notes 9 times out of 30. I immediately fired all the cashiers who accepted the fake money and told them they are fucking incompetent jackasses, especially the ones who accepted the fucking Putin money twice. She got really upset, saying that hurt, and she got busy. She gets busy and can't check. I told her I don't give a shit what her excuse is. The employees who got fired said they made mistakes and they'll improve. I don't give a shit. I gave them a chance and they fucked up. Some people are saying I'm being too harsh. The economy sucks ass. We've been struggling financially, and this shit can be the final straw that puts us under. Do you want the... Oh, I have that still. No, wait, hold up. This is not the right one. Bruh. Okay, sorry. Wrong video. You have a new one. This one's fine. I'll just shuffle it. Okay, I'm gonna say not the asshole on this one. Like... Yeah, I mean, like, again, this is one of those situations where I want to hear the other side of this, but we don't get that. You know? We don't get the other side. Like, I'm sure he's been an asshole, but in this one, he's on the right. I agree with that take. I would bet that. I would bet that, but in this one, he's not the asshole. Does that sound right? This could have gone wrong with him sending his family to pay with... Yeah, well... Yeah, because, I mean, like, what if... they'd taken the training to heart and they were like, hold up, this is fake. I'm going to call the police. And it's like, with the other money, like the Albanian money, it's like fairly noticeable that it's different. Like, the more I look at it, like if I was actually familiar with the euro, I think that I would recognize the difference fairly easily, you know? I don't use cash anymore because, like, who does? You know, I don't like this dude's attitude, but I think he's not the asshole. Let's move on to the next one. Will I be the asshole if I don't participate in praying before meals? Okay. Real quick, don't read it. What's our take on just that sentence? Probably not. I think you could also just, like, if you're not religious, just bow your head. Like, when you're with your family and you're not religious, I'll make a poll after we read it, but we can just go for vibes beforehand. We'll actually do real polls. It's polite to wait. You know, obviously, if they're praying, you just bow your head. And you don't have to say anything. You don't have to pray. You don't have to actually accept that religion thing. But just wait, you know. Be silent. A lot of the times the prayer is said as a group. So, like, you're expected to, you know? Let's see how this goes. My family is evangelical Christian, and I was raised that way, but no longer practice or believe. A lot of what my parents say and do grates on my nerves, but I don't ever say anything. Things like, oh, I'll pray for you, or praise God it worked out, etc. Sounds like a Reddit fedora wearing asshole already, but okay. We're about to go on a family vacation with my brother's family, my sister's family, my aunt, my uncle, and my family. Okay. It's a big group vacation that we do every year, and my parents always insist on stopping anyone from eating and waiting for everyone to be seated, then asking everyone to bow their heads and wait for everyone to do so. Think teachers staring at their classroom saying, oh, keep talking, I'll wait, then praying for several minutes. There are 5 kids under 8, but no one but my parents' generation prays before meals. I've found everyone my age doesn't bow their heads or close their eyes so it's not a thing where you have to say it. You just have to, like, be respectful of someone else's religion. Like, so far, yeah, you're the asshole. This music seems a little intense for this, but it's about to end, so it's fine. Let's see. Either trying to keep their kids in check, or we're never practicing Christians, my husband, and BIL. I don't know what BIL is. It feels like they're forcing us all to practice in their religion, but I can't tell if that's my deep-seated anger at Christianity or a reasonable reaction. You're just being a dick. Yeah. I've tried thinking about it as if I was visiting another family and they did something for their religion. I would at least respectfully observe, but it's my family, not a stranger's family, and a religion and community that has done significant damage to me. I can understand feeling weird or bad about it, but sometimes you just let shit go for the sake of family, right? By not participating, I mean I'd start eating once I'm seated and wouldn't necessarily pause to bow my head. Okay, yeah, you are an asshole. This group of 15 plus people sitting at different tables that, I mean, they'll hear you messing around with your fork and your knife and all that jazz. They'll hear it, you know? You eat with everyone, you know? The blood of the covenant is stronger than the water of whatever, the water of the womb. That saying. The people you sit and eat with are your family. That is family. Family is who you eat with. You know? Who you choose to eat with, anyway. It's a sign of respect. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like, you know, you take that. So it's the process of everyone getting their food, getting settled, waiting for everyone to quiet, praying, and then eating. Actual prayer part probably doesn't take several minutes. Just feels like it with everything else, and the expectation is that you don't eat until we prayed. I'm just over it. They pulled this at every Christian Christmas party, 30 plus people, birthday, and even our dang weddings. Thankfully, they did it before food was served and didn't do it after. It's not about eating at the table. It's about eating as a group. I've sat and ate on concrete sidewalks with people, and that was, you know, that was my cohort. Those were my friends, you know? You don't just, regardless of the religion thing, you don't just eat as soon as you get food. Is this like me being an American? Is this a weird American thing? You sit and eat as a fucking group, right? I was even taught that it's polite to wait until the chef or the person who prepared the meal or the special person, if it's a birthday, you let whoever's birthday it is eat first. They get a bite in. As soon as they get fork, knife cut into your mouth, then you start eating, you know, as a sign of respect for them. See, the thing is, I'll blame it on me being American because I'm is this a thing outside of my culture? Because every now and then, you know, when they say common sense isn't common, I'm used to this behavior, and it may be because of the culture I'm brought up in. So I always have to check, is that because of my culture? And no, this is just, according to chat, this is just what every normal person does. You wait for everyone else to sit down, eat. Okay. So yeah, no, you're a fucking asshole. Do we even need a poll for this one? Hey, Trav guy, how you doing? If a senior says go ahead, yes, that's fine. A medical issue, totally fine. Thank you for the sub, my dude. That's very cool of you. Yeah. I've had people say prayers for things that aren't my religion, but it means something to them, and I care about that person, so I let them pray. I'm not a dickhead about it, you know? Now, there could be a portion of the story that we're missing where, like, the family sucks for some reason. You know, maybe they're homophobic or whatever, or, like, you know, they're assholes about the religion, and that's the reason, right? Hey, Muff, how you doing? The religious trauma thing could be there, you know? And yeah, listen, like, Android Priest is like, yeah, you do your own thing, you know? Whatever that is for you. Like, if your thing is, like, whatever, like, if you're, I don't know, Jewish, Muslim, Wiccan, Satanist, whatever, do your little prayer to whomever that, you know, needs to be for. Or if you know you don't have, like, a higher power that you need to be like, what's up, dude, thanks for this. I don't know if Jewish people pray before meals. Pray before and after. Honestly, yeah. Because you don't know if it's going to be good. That makes sense. You go, thank you for this food, and then you eat it, and then you go, that was good. Thanks for that, God. I get that. That makes sense to me. Thank you for letting us have this uninterrupted meal. It was enjoyable. Yeah, no, this person's an asshole. Moving on. Am I the asshole, male 46, for purchasing a dress for my wife that my intern wore? I'm going to bet the answer is yes. You know? Jew here, they have a little sentence. Yeah. The one that we used to say was, God is great, God is good, let us thank him for this food. Amen. That is super fucking short, right? That takes almost no time to say. You can bow your head for 5 fucking seconds. Throwaway account, sure. I work in HR in a corporate office for a company I won't mention. I have an intern working under me who has been here for the past 7 months and will be full-time once she graduates. The dress code at my office is business casual, and I have an intern who always dresses very nice. She usually dresses in a dress or skirt of some time, does some nice makeup, etc. Recently approached her last week because she was wearing a very pretty yellow dress, and I wanted to see my wife wear it. I asked the intern where she got the dress from, with the idea of purchasing it for my wife. The intern and my wife are both darker skinned. Intern is black, my wife is Hispanic, so I thought the color would look great on my wife. The intern told me that she couldn't remember where it was from, but she would text me to let me know once she found out. How are the audio levels? Is this like super loud? This is like kind of a bit much. It's a good song. Later on that night, I got a text from her with a link to the dress, thanked her, and ordered it as a surprise for my wife. My wife came home from work a day later to drop off my lunch while I was talking to the intern was wearing the dress. Ooh. Yesterday, a dress came in the mail and I presented it to my wife and she flipped. She accused me of trying to make her look like my intern and that I only got the dress because I secretly liked the intern. That was initially what I thought this was going to be. Strong effing chat for this dude. I was confused and explained I had no romantic feelings for the intern. I just thought that the dress would look good on her, or look hood. That's got to be a typo. On her because of similar skin tones. My wife refused to wear it and has been pouting all day. Mother-in-law called me on the way to work and said I was insensitive and shouldn't compare her daughter to a young skinny intern. Am I the asshole? Too long didn't read. Bought the wife the same dress the intern owns and she flipped out. This sounds so dumb it sounds fake. All of these kind of sound fake. We're gonna go with the assumption that they're real. even though there's like a decent chance they're not. This is okay. This sounds like I don't think that he wants to fuck his intern. I think he wanted to take care of his wife, but he's kind of an idiot. You know? This is more of a dumb guy move than a asshole move. Like, see if there's more context. But that's my initial take. Let's do a poll. Yes, no, no asshole here. Everyone sucks here, I think is the other one. Nah is no asshole here, I think. I guess that's redundant to not the asshole. Okay. All right. Human Resourceful 38 is the guy's name. Not sure if you're quite the asshole level, but definitely clueless. Asking your intern about where they buy their clothing and then texting about it seems slightly out of bounds, especially for someone who works in HR. Buying your wife something that you saw at an intern half her age definitely raises suspicions that you might be fantasizing about your intern. Not saying it's true, but that's just how it might look to your wife. Exactly. I wasn't really thinking when I asked her, I suppose. The intern was happy to help me out, so I didn't believe it was too weird of a request. I understand what it may have looked like to my wife. Thank you for your opinion. Like, your wife has every right to be upset about this. It sounds like he's not trying to double back on it. One, commenting on the clothing is wrong. Doesn't matter age or sex of the person. Why would you include that? If he had commented... Okay, wait. Not the asshole. Not sure which part is more unbelievable. You work in HR and think it's okay to comment on the clothing of an intern half your age. 2, you encourage your... I mean, like... I think you can just say, you look nice today, and not mean it as like, and therefore we should fuck, right? Or that's a cute dress, you know? I think it depends on the energy you come at it with, right? Like, if you do it with a little eyebrow raise and then maybe like a wink or two afterwards, then like the energy's different, you know? But it's like, oh, that looks great. Where'd you get that? You know? I think you could turn it into an HR disaster if you fuck it up. Like, very easily. Definitely commenting on how someone looks can definitely turn it into an HR thing. And it depends on the relationship you have with that person, you know? You encourage your intern to text you from her personal number to yours. Your wife comes to your corporate office to drop off the lunch. You think buying your wife the same dress as a woman who works for you is a good idea. So those are all issues he has. And then, I don't think commenting on her dress was inappropriate. I never made any romantic moves on her. She's half my age in a relationship. The personal number is not just subject to me or her. Other members of my team have her cell as well. It's just easier to communicate that way. 3, why is that odd? Not the asshole, just a big... you're the asshole, not a big one, but just a stupid one. Okay, I'm fine with that take. Yeah, I think this is actually my take. Is yes, you're an asshole, but you didn't mean to be. It's very... I forget that, like, when the question is, am I the asshole? It's like, did I do something that hurt people? You know? It's... Asshole usually implies intent, but on this subreddit, doesn't. the A in this, you're the asshole, sounds more like dumbass, not asshole. Agreed, yes. This was a stupid move. You fucked up. And he's not doubling down on it. Sure, you might only like the dress, but that's not what your wife is going to think. Every time she puts it on, she's going to remind you liked it so much on another woman and you asked her where she bought it. She'll always think about that intern. Have you ever heard of women not liking to wear the same dress as others? Pretty sure you'll find stories like that on the subreddit. I understand your point now. I suppose it never crossed my mind that would come off that way. Thank you, reader. Cool. Honestly, the guy's like, okay, I get it. I fucked up. And he's owning that. Hopefully he runs it back and, he does something. He's taking it well. I'm less likely to call someone an asshole if they take it well, Am I the asshole for not taking my fiance's drama llama seriously? Oh, wow. Okay. Isn't it drama llama, not llama drama? We made plans to go to this event that a mutual friend was putting on. We were excited until she found out that... Oh, no, we're actually talking about llamas. Okay. Until I found out there'd be some sort of mobile petting zoo there, complete with llamas. Upon hearing this, she flat out refused to go. She said, "No, I'm not going anywhere near llamas." I thought this was bizarre behavior. She's not scared of animals or anything. More prodding, she revealed almost tearfully that a llama spat on her once when she was 14. I said, "Okay, well, did you wipe it off or what happened?" She got upset and said I was being insensitive. People get upset about weird shit. People care about weird shit. Part of being compassionate is not shitting on someone for being upset about something. She got a little upset and said I was being insensitive, that it could be so much worse than I imagine. It's the sickest she's ever felt. She'd rather get the flu than ever have to smell that again. I've never been around a llama for that long. Like, see, you don't need to go near the llamas there. Can't you just do the other stuff? She said no, because even the sight of them makes her remember the feeling of the smell. This is fake as fuck. Plus, anyone who upsets one and gets spit on, she's worried that it'll still smell if it cannot smell that bad. Literal llama PTSD, yes. When llamas spit, it's more like puke. Okay, all right. I feel like that's some critical information that we might be missing here. They spit bile and phlegm. Llama spit has a strong aroma that is similar to sauerkraut. However, the strength of the smell will determine what kind of spit smells based on what they last ate. Okay, all right. No, I'm starting to get it now. I'm starting to get it. I asked if it was some weird, it was some sort of llama. Wait. So bizarre to me. Llama spit isn't some apocalyptic nightmare. As far as I know, they just wash away and you move on. Did some research and it looks like they sink if they're really mad. But all the same, she's never been particularly squeamish. Now you're hungry for sauerkraut. What? I asked if there was some sort of llama-specific phobia. She reiterated, no, it's not the fear about llamas. It's just that the spit is really bad. And I was being ignorant for acting like her concerns were invalid. And that if anyone else at the party knew how bad it was, then none of them would dare go near a llama. I was upset that she made her change our plans last minute. She's upset that I'm not taking her llama spit fears seriously. Am I the asshole? TLDR, and we don't need the oh, okay. My fiance refused to go to a party with llamas because they spit and is upset and thinks that that's kind of, and I think that's kind of silly. Are llamas common for petting zoos? The only times that I've ever been near a petting zoo is like when I was like in like kindergarten and in college. They would bring them by during college. They'd bring by like sheep and stuff during like finals week, so you could like calm down, see like a random fucking animal, you know? It was like a bunny. Just like hang out with like a couple bunnies. You know? You stress out? Now there's a bunny. The question is specifically asking if you're the asshole for not taking it seriously. The answer is to that question is yes, you're the asshole. I agree with you that you could still go and avoid the llamas, but I agree that you feel confused. It's because it's not a typical aversion for a person to have, but just because you don't understand doesn't mean that it's not very real for her. She takes it seriously. I would say that's exactly my take. Yes. Like, yes, it sounds weird. Yes, it's a little absurd, but she takes it seriously. This is someone who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. You know, if this is something she cares about, is this a hill you want to die on? Like, I could see, like, going, like, are you kidding me? And then when she gets upset, you go, oh, fuck, this is real. You actually care. Am I the asshole for being subbed to RevScarecrow? Yes. Don't even need to read the rest of that. Thank you for the 10 months of support, Foxtrotty. And then, Targo, thank you for the 29 months of support. Llamas aren't my favorite, you know? Like, they're weird. They're weird little fuckers. Like, look at this thing. It's kind of cute, but it's also like, it's a horse with a ranged projectile attack, you know? Hey, Prenny, oh, there you go. Finally, hit me. You got it, my dude. Bam. Check out alpacas, too. Is this an alpaca? No, that's a llama. What the fuck is the difference? That's just... Llamas are straight furred? Alpacas are sheep-ish? Alpaca fluffier. Okay. Sure. Yeah, no, this... What do you guys think? Asshole? Like, sometimes you don't have to understand why your significant other is necessarily upset, or another person. Let's just other people. You don't have to understand why people are upset, but you can understand that it's a fucking hassle for them. And you can be like, okay, so where's like that line? What specifically is the issue? He figured that out and he goes, okay, cool. This seems like a big deal to you. Let's not go. We'll find out something else to do, you know? Not the asshole until he realized that she was serious, and then he became an asshole. Yes. That's literally called empathy. He has no empathy for his fiance, and I hope that she realizes that. Possibly fake. We should. Okay, hold up. Before we get anywhere further, fake or not? I feel like that needs to be addressed as well. Because, like, just guessing on whether or not, like, they are the asshole is one thing. I feel like everyone's kind of on the same page that, like, if this is real, they're the asshole as soon as they realize that the girlfriend or the fiance actually was being real. In which case, now you're being an asshole. Yeah. I could believe this being real. Like, it's weird, but I think someone's like this. And do a quick skim read of this one. I have a feeling that this sucks. Like, this probably sucks, right? Like, this is just gonna upset people. This isn't funny, this just sucks. So, I'm gonna skip that one because I wanna have some fun, okay? Am I the asshole for not letting my dad taste my steak? Am I the asshole? Right. We were at a restaurant. He ordered fish. I ordered steak. Once I was halfway done with my steak, he asked if he could get a bite. I refused, saying that in the restaurant, passing food to others is considered rude and impolite. I told him that he should just order the steak next time we come by. Then he started the whole debate of, well, we won't go on vacation. This isn't real. We won't go on the vacation now because you did that. I hope you enjoy having your own room or in a hotel because that won't last long. Am I an asshole? I feel... You could also cut him a small piece. Like... Like, every now and then, like, I'll offer, like, if I have some good food that my wife isn't eating and it seems like a thing that she would eat, I'll offer her a bite. This feels like it was written by a child, yes. This feels like it was written by a teenager who is just getting their feet under them and thinks that this is how the world works. The dad is being a drama king here. But... am I the asshole for telling my mom to get over the death of my little brother? Yes. Without reading it, I'm gonna guess yes. Somehow, I will get done reading this and I'll be like, no, actually. My 17-year-old male, okay, so this is the entire reason this is happening. Mom, 42 female, has been very clingy following the passing of my little brother, Stevie, 12. Last year, he passed away by being hit by a drunk driver while playing ball with his friends in the street. 2 of his friends were injured as well, but survived. It was hard on all of us and still is. Some days, I wake up and just sit in his room to be close with him. 12 years old male, yes. It sounds very cliche, but I mean, I guess the cliche is that way for a reason. I was gonna say, like, he's playing ball in the street and a drunk driver hit him. Sounds fake, but okay. Let's pretend it's real. Let's pretend like it's real because this People fucking lie on the internet, man. People lie on the internet all the time. Right? If we're gonna read Am I the Asshole, we're gonna have to get over that some of these people are lying. Specifically if it's for the Reddit gold. Yeah, get that Reddit gold, man. You know, my brother is dead, but at least I got some Reddit gold. Thanks, stranger. Also, Stevie. Oh, okay. What? When Stevie first passed, my mom was an obvious wreck. She started getting extremely clingy, calling me every hour when I'm out with his friends, randomly coming into my room at night just to look at me or talk about nothing. I didn't mind at first. You know, I just assumed it would go away as time moved on. We got back to normal, and since then, she's been trying to go to regular therapy. But even now, she's always there and overwhelming at times. I try and put up with it. But a long story short, I blew up a few days ago. I was hanging out with friends, and my mom was upset because she wanted to have dinner and watch movies together. I told her that, how long ago did your last year? Okay. I told her that I should be able to enjoy the end of my teen years and have a night out since I'll be 18 soon. You're still a teenager when you're 19. You stop being a teenager when you turn 20. Because it's not 20-teen. Okay. I'll be 18 soon and have to be part of the real world full of responsibilities. Went back and forth. I got fed up and basically said, Steve's dead. Get over it. Stop trying to trap me. Mom got upset and refused to speak to me anymore and has been distant since. My friends said I went too far and they wouldn't have minded missing one night with me. My dad says I need to apologize and I should be ashamed. Your dad is right. Your friends are right. I'm willing to apologize for how I said it, since I shouldn't be yelling at my mom and making her cry, but I don't think I should have to apologize for how I truly feel. I miss Stevie too, but suffocating people won't bring him back. Am I the asshole? Yes. I can 100% understand where he's coming from. Like, wanting to be able to, especially after something traumatic like that, being able to go like, I just need to be myself and like enjoy life as much as I can, but you are an asshole for doing this. You can have this take, you can have this opinion, but doing this makes you a total dickbag. Like, you need, yeah, like, the mom needs to be in therapy, and I think that the kid should probably bring that up. Like, listen, like, I do need to have this space, you know? I understand where he's coming from. He's an asshole, though. And that's the thing, is you can be the asshole, and also I can understand where you're coming from. This is a Warhammer thing? No. Am I the asshole for refusing to share food with my boyfriend? Yeah, low key again. Food is very precious resource, and I feel so protective over it due to a childhood trauma. My mom would take the best bits of my food, and it has left me with issues with sharing. I hoard and hide sweets because I'm worried that someone will come and take them. My boyfriend seems overly indulged hugely on food. If we have any sweet treats in the house, he will eat them in an instant. I hate it. We share a grocery budget. He cooks delicious meals for us both often. He gives me portions of it for work, etc., but he does often make my portions worse than his. He will give me the plate with the smallest amount of yummiest bits of food, such as meat, cheese, etc. This is not how you This is not how you take care of your significant other. Like, when that's not very pog of the guy if true, right? I don't like this. Info, why are you dating? This person needs therapy. Most of the people on this Reddit need therapy. Most of the people on the internet need therapy, yes. She thinks that his portion is better. When I'm cooking, I'll plate the 2 meals. Because I'll cook for my wife, you know. I'll plate the 2 meals. I'll give the smaller one to her because she does not eat as much as I do. Unless there's a quality difference that I can see, in which case I'll give her the nicer one. Or if they're the same size, I'll give her the nicer one. And again, if there is a huge quality difference, I'll give her the bigger one as long as it's the nicer one. And in addition, if I can't tell the quality difference, but they're the same size, I will let her pick. This is weird, but this person is also weird. Makes me furious and I'm frustrated that he can't keep things in the house without... And some of this could also be like they just have trauma. This makes me furious and I'm so frustrated I can't keep things in the house without him gorging on them. He has issues with food. He thinks that he needs to eat every last scrap of everything. If he's full up, he will continue to stuff his face as much as possible until all the food is gone. I do this. I don't want to waste food. So if there's food left on my plate, even if I'm like pretty full up, I'll finish it because like I've had times where I didn't have that much money and it's like I can't legitimately throw away food unless if there's something wrong with it. Okay, the trifecta of things that need to be said about all of these Reddit posts. A, probably fake because people lie on the internet. B, talk to the other fucking person. C, go to fucking therapy. Every single one of these is that way. The issue is that it is built to the point that if I cook something for the both of us and I don't want to share the food with him, I want to give myself the huge portions and keep it all to myself. I know we share a grocery budget, but I feel so protective of my food around him now. I'm fed up of waking up and coming into the kitchen and find him eating fistfuls of something I made the night before. I refused to share my food with him last night, and I'm making myself food and hiding it. He found some food stashed away and was angry with me being selfish and hiding food. What the fuck is happening here? There might be 2 different eating disorders here. Yes. And unfortunately, they're contradictory ones. Reddit has voted everyone sucks here and not the asshole. I would say everyone sucks here, but I don't think, again, I don't think that anyone's doing this maliciously. It sounds like they both have some really bad psychological issues that they are not dealing with correctly. Context in the comments? Sure. Everybody needs therapy. Yeah. Like they both have some weird kind of trauma that they need to deal with. OP compensates for her childhood by hoarding and hiding food. her boyfriend copes with his trauma by eating whatever is available as fast in fear that he won't be able to get anymore. They both have quite a lot to work on, yes. OP may have food insecurities, but why are they an asshole for hiding food from someone who takes all the food? They both have major issues in composition or compensation mechanisms that are completely at odds with another. It'd be like someone who needs a great deal of physical touch being someone who completely hates physical touch. No assholes, but neither one can meet the needs of their partner. Definitely time to reconsider a relationship. No one's the asshole. Let's hire a therapist to go through. Was that pointed in the right? Can you go to fucking therapy? Not the Wall Street thing. It's because I used to hang out with people from around that area. That was my associates of psychology. I really should have a bachelor's at this point, but don't like. Can I tell you what's wrong with chat? You're friends with capitalists? No. No, that's not why they were hanging out there. Can I tell us what's... How do I say this? Y'all are fucking horny as shit. I was trying to think of a more clinical way of saying that. Is that a problem? It can be. I'm sorry, you asked me to You asked me to tell you what was wrong with you, not to tell you something new. You guys go, oh, what's wrong with me? It's like, you're horny all the time. So about the next town or nowhere. No, they're gonna be boyfriends. I know. I fucking know. I know, man. I know. I don't usually have my face cam on. I don't look like a fucking mess. Like this hair, I don't know what's going on, man. I need to get it cut, dude. I really do. But I want to do something cool with it. I keep saying, I want to get something done that's cool with it. And my wife's friend used to do like hair for punks, so she can make it look good. You know? Liberty spikes. I thought about like Liberty spikes that stop like right here where my headphones would be and then start again. So it's like a sideways reverse mohawk. Seems bad. Get a mullet. There's a very thin line between what I want to do and a mullet. You know? Okay. Let's tie the two things together. So this guy, right? I think I could pull that. Yeah? I think I could pull this move. I think his beard looks weird because it's too long. But I think I could pull that look, and I think I could maintain it, you know? But I want to get her to do it for the first time just so that way it gets, like, cleaned. You know? I want it to look good. Yeah, his beard's doing some weird stuff where it's got, like, 3 points. You got one right here, and then another big one in the middle. Anyway, I'm tying it together because he's kind of a dilf, and y'all know. Anyway. So yeah, everyone sucks, but it's because they all need therapy. I think Rev would make a great pirate. Am I the asshole? You know, not knowing that streaming was going to be a thing I could do as a kid, really wanted to Captain Nemo as a kid. Just don't give a damn. Just glide on the ocean. Captain Nemo was living his best life. Yes. Guy is an absolute champion. I support him. I love that. I really wanted to do that, but in like an airship, maybe. I had dreams as a kid. You know? Just ride around. Steal shit. Sink ships. Pretend to be a cryptid. It's amazing. Would you want to be the next Blackbeard? We were listening to a podcast I went to go see my folks today because my brother's in town. It was good to see him. He's a cool dude. He's getting to play like a billion shows. He had a show Sunday, and he's got one tomorrow, and then Thursday, and also Friday. And the one on Sunday, I think he said he had like 2 back-to-back. Like, he's really grinding it out right now, and like he's hungry for it. He really wants to be a singer, songwriter. He wants to have that as his main gig, and like my brother is supremely talented. He could pull it off. It's really a situation where it's the will is there, the skill is there. It's really just like right thing needs to happen, and it'll happen. And I believe he can do it. Especially with him like continuing to give a shit and grinding for it the way he does. It's a roll of a dice until he gets it, and he's gonna get it. It'll happen. You know? Super fucking talented. Am I the asshole for giving a vegetarian child meat? Okay. This is why commas exist. All right, this one is deleted. Let's auto generate it. Oh, that was Dolly. Where is it? There it is. It depends on the child's age and maturity of the child. Okay. Write a okay. So this is our made-up version of it because they weren't actually there. Also, yes, continue watching. My wife is vegetarian. I am not a vegetarian. I am not. We have a 3-year-old child who's always been raised vegetarian. The other day, I was making myself a sandwich with lunch meat, and our child begged for a bite. I gave her a small piece of meat, and she loved it. Now my wife is pissed at me. Am I a terrible husband and father? Am I the asshole? It made it boring, yeah. I love the idea of like him walking up to a random kid and be like, "Hey kid, you want to try something special? Here's a steak." Okay, hold up. Let's see if this thing knows how to do grammar. Okay, that didn't do it. It does not understand grammar. Okay, that is spelled right. I was a little worried there for a minute. Am I the asshole for wanting to help my pregnant partner? And they have voted yes, which is... My 39 male partner, 34 female, of 10 years is 8 weeks pregnant with her first child. I'm over the moon. However, we've had some issues in regards to me supporting her through it. Want to do everything I can for her and help her the best I can. However, I keep ending up upsetting her. Keep getting her whatever she needs, like food, if she wants a blanket, etc., as well as listening when she feels like crap. So far, not the asshole. Where I ran into trouble today is she said she had some nausea she's been experiencing the last couple of weeks. It is breaking her spirits, and this is obviously dismaying to me. So we need to think of methods to get her through this. She got snappy with me for trying to fix things and not letting her complain. Where we ran into trouble today is, okay, this has been a common issue in the past, and I have made a big effort to try and listen and not suggest things that she wants, but at certain points I feel like she's not helping herself by wallowing in her misery, and she would feel so much better by implementing a common simple practices that have been proven to improve well-being, like going for a walk, for fresh air, basic exercise, etc., etc. I'm concerned that her eating habits is about her eating habits in general, as she does not have the best diet since the morning sickness. The main things she's been eating is fried rice and noodles. She's been eating more fruit though, which has been great. It's small in comparison to all the fried food. I know that she should be the main priority, and she absolutely is, but my thoughts and concerns and feelings are completely disregarded, and I feel disenfranchised in regards to the care of the pregnancy and our child. I want to be able to help, or at least be able to suggest ways to help her feel better and hope that it'll help without being completely shut down. Am I the asshole with these thoughts and how I'm handling the situation? Okay. So let's break this down for a second. Right here, not the asshole. This bit, fine. I don't think anyone's going to argue with this bit that he's not the asshole. This is fine. When people complain, it is important to understand whether or not they are emotionally venting or if they're looking for solutions. You know? And I think that's super fucking important. The textbooks that I've read, which are obviously a bit old and, you know, there's issues with them, but say that men typically want to give advice on how to improve the situation, to fix the solution, whereas women would rather give the... this feels very sexist. And it's probably outdated. But I think it's more accurate to say that sometimes people just want to complain. That nothing really can be done, right? He's being a guy about this. Hearing people whine about things endlessly with no effort to fix them is exhausting, but when someone is pregnant, I feel like it's very different. Agreed. I think especially in a situation where someone's pregnant and they're moody from being pregnant, it's worth it to say, yeah. Is this a, you know, are we in the solution stage? Or are we in the venting stage? And if they're in the venting stage, just let them... It's a tricky situation. Hormones are going bonkers. On a different day, she might have been okay with this response. I think, like, you really need to come at it with the, like, hey, like, what can we do to fix it? You know, can we get you some medicine to help you feel better? And if she's like, no, I just need to be able to complain, be like, I'm sorry. You do not fight on that, you know? Because sometimes it's not clear that they're in the venting stage or not in the solution stage. And in which case you just... And I do agree, this is a little weird. So we got this paragraph here. I do everything for. She was complaining about something. And, you know, she got upset with me. And then you got these two paragraphs where it's like, what does this have to do with the story? The last two paragraphs, I feel like, are him venting? OP does not post again in this thread. So that's all the information we're given. I don't think you're an asshole, but as a pregnant woman myself, I can tell that during the nausea phases of pregnancy, a good diet and exercise and fresh air sound good in theory, but it's not always plausible. I could barely get off the couch for weeks and only ate plums. Dude, sometimes when you're feeling sick, like whatever like goes down is what you eat, you know? Like, yeah. Sometimes, like, this is what she can stomach, but at least she's getting calories. She's getting something approximating vitamins. You probably want to try and eat the best possible diet because, yeah, you're going to get nauseous, but, like, you're pregnant, you know? Pregnancy does give you cravings for weird foods, you know? And fried rice, yeah, like... Is fried rice the worst fucking thing? It's not like cigarettes. It's not... I mean, I guess it's not great, but I mean... It's just rice. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't know these things, but like, it's empty calories. She needs to just have something going into her system. You know? My mom ate fucking egg rolls and Mountain Dew with my sibling, and they turned out just fine. Yeah, I mean, like, the human body is developed to kind of roll with some punches here. Obviously, eating a healthy diet is the ideal thing, but I just ate 2 cookies before going live. I'm not pregnant or anything, but that's not the correct answer. We eat sweets. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the right thing to eat, you know? I think he's an asshole, not for a majority of this, but this bit right here, I think I mean, it's a lot of stress taking care of someone who's pregnant, right? I can understand him being stressed out. She should eat, I mean, like, I think every pregnant person is probably aware that they should be eating as healthy as they could be, right? It's so, like, you know, you just, but also you have to survive, you know? Is he the asshole? No. The last bit is just him being frustrated about the situation. Exactly. He's frustrated because 8 weeks pregnant. She's a lot. I don't think that either of them are being assholes, you know? I'm actually surprised about the asshole verdict here. I demand a poll? Okay, we'll get a poll going. What are the options again? All right. You're the asshole, not the asshole, no asshole here, need more info, we can't do that one, or yeah, okay. 69% of people say that he's the asshole. It's really interesting, actually. Two pregnancies, I lived on untoasted bagels and flat Coke. I was lucky if I kept that down. Third pregnancy, I had, I don't know what that is, HG, and that completely sucked. Lived on crackers and flat cola again with medication. Didn't stop until 26 weeks when I was put on bed rest for other complications. Couldn't hold down any of my prenatal vitamins for any of them. For the OP, dude, your wife is the one carrying the baby. Your only job is to listen and support her, not fix her, support her. You know, like, he's trying. You know, like, she says she's cold. He runs and goes and gets her a blanket. I understand where his brain's at. I don't think he's being an asshole. She's nauseous. You listen to her complain and thank her for the work she's doing growing your child. You hold her hair when she pukes. You do not tell her that. Is that part of it? Is he telling her? Wait, no, that was a different one. Is he telling her, like, oh, maybe if you ate better? Because if he's doing that, then he's being an asshole. Like, it's your fault you feel like shit. It's like, bro, you're the one who came. Like, I don't know about that one. There's a bit about him telling her to eat. If that's the case, then he's an asshole. Yeah, No, I kind of skim read that. Maybe if you ate better, you wouldn't feel like shit. Like, think about the fucking mechanics of making an entire human being inside of yourself. You know? Like, it's kind of wild that we can do that, you know? Missing that does make him look better. Like, you think about 3D printers and all the work they do, and that's not a real human being, right? It's just like a fucking Warhammer model or whatever. Like, concerned about her eating habits if she does not have the... I mean, yeah, I feel like... Yeah, I mean, like, that one woman is like, yeah, I ate fucking nothing and somehow was still able to have a child. You know? Will I be the asshole if I took my son's friend's Nintendo Switch away when he comes over to play? Chat voted on that one. Not the no assholes here. I feel like he was the asshole, but I feel like we got that extra information at the end there. I'm gonna say, like, low-key, yeah, you might be an asshole, just based on the title. After this, I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee and maybe some tea. 35-year-old female, have a son who's 11 years old. We call him Sam, not his real name. We'll call him Sam. Okay. Like most boys his age, Sam is obsessed with all things electronic. He'd be on his Switch 24/7 if we let him, but I have parental controls that limit his time to 2 hours a day. Sam's best friend is Trevor. Trevor also has a Nintendo Switch that he likes to bring over so they can play. The problem is, Trevor doesn't have any parental controls on his Switch, so they could literally play all day if they wanted to. Okay. I wanted them to do things other besides play on electronics. Go outside, play with Legos. I don't want to constantly hover over them and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to, but they will sneak time onto the Switch whenever they think they can get away with it. If Sam's time is up on the Switch, it doesn't matter. They'll still use Trevor's Switch instead. Okay. Okay. They will sneak... Okay. If Sam's time is up on the Switch, it doesn't matter. They'll use Trevor's Switch instead. I would really like to trust them, but they haven't proven... They've proven repeatedly that even when I've told them no on the Switch, they'll still sneak it all the time. I've talked to Trevor's mom, but she doesn't want to add parental control. Well, she doesn't have to. Your friend's... Trevor's mom does not have to add parental controls. It's totally fine that you want to keep your kid from, like, hyper focusing on electronics all the time. And it is your house. So, like, if you want to make sure that they're not playing, that's fine. I get it. Like, take away the Switch in order to make sure that they do other things. I kind of actually am in this person's corner on this one. That is a way of raising a child. When I was growing up, we had a thing we had to fill out. Whenever we played on the computer, we were allowed to play for 1 hour after we were done with their schoolwork. And you could play, and then you would have to sign off that you played an hour, and then someone else, either me or my brother, would you know, clock another hour in if we wanted to, if the other person didn't want to use it. I was limited to 1 hour screen time per day. Like, we had to log in and log out of our time on the computer. We had a clipboard with the piece of paper. It was right under the desk. You'd pull it out. You write down the thing. My brother didn't do it half the time. I love him, but he realized he could just get... Did you ever restart the PC? We did, yeah. I'm at my wit's end. I'm not sure how to keep them from playing on it constantly besides being a helicopter parent and hovering over them, which seems excessive and isn't me. They're 11. They should be allowed to play without mom's supervision all the time. I was thinking about asking Trevor to turn in his Switch whenever he comes over to play, so that way they can ask me permission to use it. I'm still fine with them just to use it, just not all day, every day, which is about how often Trevor is here. Okay, so Trevor is over quite often. I think 2 hours a day is plenty for 11-year-old boys. However, I know it's not my property. I don't want to overstep my bounds. I have him, if I have him turn it over to me, will I be the asshole? Edit, I will talk to Trevor's mom first before taking it. I think... her kid's just going to start hanging out at Trevor's place instead? Yeah. Because there's no limits there. Well, the kid's over every day, it sounds like. Like the right here, just not all day, every day, which is how often that Trevor is here. Like, she needs to go and talk to Trevor's mom about this. Figure out a better solution, because taking it straight up, like maybe just like don't bring your Switch over. But that sucks because there are multiplayer games that you want to play. You can't always bring your kids to the park. Sometimes you have to like do housework, you know? Video games are cool, but I agree, like kids should do things outside of video games. Speaking as someone who absolutely does not want to do anything aside from video games, you know? Play outside is maybe not an option. When I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of outside to play in. We had a yard, and then we had like a cul-de-sac that people would race through at like ridiculous speeds, and we'd just get hit by a car. Nowhere to go because we were too far from anything to bike to. So it's just like, do you want to go to the cornfield, my dude? Not really. Anasi, thank you for the 35 months of support. Like, the reason I'm a bit of a gamer and a streamer now is because I had, like, asthma and because I didn't want to go play in the cornfield. So it's like, well, what am I going to do with myself? I guess I'll play video games, you know? Cornfield is not as exciting as you think it's going to be. Also, it's Texas and people have guns, you know? I don't think my parents really forced us to play outside. Does Texas have ticks? Yes, everywhere has ticks, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. New poll. I'm gonna go and get some coffee and stuff. Not the asshole. You're the asshole. Everyone sucks here. I don't think that's the thing that's happening here. And we're not going to do info because we can't get info. Like, it's just not an option. It's not available to us. All right, there you go. There's the poll. I'm going to go get some coffee. I'll be right back. Everyone sucks, including Trevor. All right, I'm back. My wife's gonna make me the tea instead. She's having a vacation week, so she was like, "Do you want to just have me make it?" And I'm like, "You don't mind?" She's cool. I like her. Chat is saying not the asshole mostly. I agree with that. I don't think she's an asshole. The person in this story. Trevor sucks. Fucking Trevor. This one got deleted, so... Am I the asshole for being childish over something my wife did? Probably. Everyone hates Trevor. A month ago, I, 32 male, found out my daughter, Mia, 9, I had a daughter. Oh, wow, I misread that. A month ago, I found out I had a daughter. It was a shock to both me and my wife, Dawn, because we always thought I was the infertile one. While me and Mia have been spending... What? What? I guess this is from like a previous relationship? That's a fucking sentence. Okay. I originally thought it was because of the shock of finding out that she was infertile. I tried comforting her because when I thought I was infertile, it was devastating. 2 days ago, Mia's mom, Kathy, finalized the custody situation, and we decided 50-50. Yesterday, I was on the shared iPad between me and Dawn and found a message that was sent from Dawn's phone. Who's Dawn again? Wife, girlfriend, whatever. But it showed up on the iPad that was sent to Kathy's number. Kathy is the ex. Dawn told Kathy that I decided that I didn't want Mia in my life anymore, and that I don't feel ready for kids, which is a complete lie. Oh, hey, we just got raided? Thank you for the raid, my dude. Kinoshita. Thank you for the raid, my dude. When I confronted Dawn, she went from denying it to justifying it by saying that she only meant well. It was saying that the paternity test could have been wrong. I was shocked and sad because the person I love doesn't accept my daughter. I never thought that Dawn would have done something like this. Of course, I expected her to feel sad at the fact that my child didn't come from her, but never going as far as lying and saying I didn't want Mia. Since yesterday, I've been ignoring her. She had been calling me childish and telling me that I didn't lose Mia, so I should be fine, and refusing to apologize. I explained what happened to Kathy. I'm honestly rethinking our marriage, and I think divorce would be best. I wouldn't be surprised if Kathy didn't want to do 50-50 because of Dawn's behavior. I wouldn't want someone like that to accept my daughter being around them. I don't know if this is an overreaction, but I do feel hurt and angry over this. I might be acting childish. I did talk it out with Dawn, and she was the one who advised the test, and the 50-50 was talked about and agreed. Should we just have a thing on the side that says, like, we agree that these are probably fake? Why does everyone suck? Like, what? Why would he be the asshole? How would the paternity test be wrong? No idea. I don't know how they work. Why was it not done until the child was 9? Skip this one. It sucks. I think he's valid for being mad at his wife. His wife was weird about this. I have no idea why the fuck that 9 years passed before like there was any sort of attempt to. Okay, so 67% of people say that not the asshole. The reason that it says that everyone sucks is because that was the top comment. So what was that? Another problem with am I the asshole post is sometimes the answer is more like life is hard and people will disappoint each other. First, let me add this edit. Your feelings about what your wife did are valid. Yes, you have the right to feel angry, broken trust, and no, you're not being childish. However, I am commenting to you and not your wife. I'm focused on what I see with respect to you. So I see you focusing a lot on the fertility issue. Is not a huge shock. Having an unknown child and a baby mama enter the scene for your wife, you might be thrilled to be a parent and build a relationship with your daughter, even if it came about in an odd way, but your partner could be in a totally different emotional experience. I think what your wife did was wrong, absolutely. However, you seem totally nonplussed about the emotional pain that your wife might be in. Okay, sure. You might be thrilled to be... Okay, right, yeah. Because, like, she is also... Not only is she finding out that, like, she's not fertile, which matters to them because they've tried to have kids and it didn't work. Yeah, okay. If you love your wife and she loves you, you want to work together or be together, regardless of bio kids together. There's a solid enough foundation. You can work on it. It might be some real tough conversation. Okay. I think you need to know whether she can come to love Mia, corrected the name, or at least truly accept her, because she's going to feel hostility and resentment and it won't be a good situation for anyone. However, a month is a short time, so she might be in shock. That's a significant event. You might want to see couples counseling. Even if you do break up, counseling can be a better path there, and it makes you stronger and committed as a couple. Yes, honestly, get fucking therapy. Is she in shock? I think she's going through some complicated shit. She's being a bit of an asshole, but I understand why. I don't think everyone sucks. The ex kind of sucks. Kathy. She's being an asshole, but I get why she's being an asshole. Am I the asshole for demanding a different bridesmaids at my little brother's wedding, or I'm not coming? My gut says that there's something interesting happening here, and that you're not the asshole because it's not as simple as this, right? He's surly, right? So my not biological brother, but might as well be, a little backstory I think is important. Me, 26, Jay, 21, have known each other basically our whole lives. He's the little brother of my ex-girlfriend, Bree, 25. Our situation's kind of complex. Me and Bree and Jay's parents are best friends. I mean, like, we'd see them 2 to 3 times a week. We lived in the same cul-de-sac. We went on vacations together, ate together. So me and Bree started dating at 14. Obviously, our families loved it, and we dated all the way to 23 when we broke up. This was due to wanting some space. I wanted to make sure that we were really meant to be together. Ended up moving a city a couple hours away to get away from everything. I didn't know whether what happened to Bree, as I blocked her on everything. My mom would try and fill me in, but I tell her not to. We're Whenever I came over home, Bree's mom would tell me how much she misses me and how Bree had been asking questions. What? Why did this happen? This is kind of important. What is this sentence? Why did that happen? I think I need context on that, but okay, we're not gonna get it because you never get it. Like, it seemed like they wanted space. Like, this sounded fine. That happens. And then this happened. I'm confused. I was always respectful, but reminded her that her daughter was the one who asked for the space, which her mom always seems to dismiss. Me and Jay, however, have remained close. I came home for his engagement party. Both families were there, as was Bree. I said hello to everyone and congratulated Jay. He pulled me aside and told me that he wanted me to a groomsman. Of course, I agreed to. It was a few months ago. So obviously, Jay's wedding is a huge deal for both of our families. My dad's officiating. My mom's helping me plan. But me and Bree are both in it. I've been trying to understand, but I'm at my wit's end. I had to endure remarks from Jay's family about how we always thought Jay would be your groomsman at your wedding first. Jay's mom has been running errands and urging me to bring Bree along. Both sets of parents think it's fine and I've had to endure 2 shopping trips already in almost dead silence with Bree. Last week I found out I'm paired up with Bree for the wedding. I went to Jay and said I didn't like that. I wanted some space from her and just wanted to celebrate him. He said that he wanted it that way, as did his mom and Bree. I said I wasn't cool with it, and if he didn't switch me, I wouldn't be showing. Jay almost broke into tears. Both families are aware now. I think I'm being a petty asshole. And think I'm being a petty asshole about everything. I'm making the wedding about me and my issues. I said it isn't a big deal to switch me around with someone else for the night. I'm tired of all the games. I left the area for a reason. Am I the asshole? You know what? This sounds like a really terrible rom-com plot. Yes, it does. Yeah, actually. Rather than like real people. Probably fake. I don't care. I say he's not the asshole. He's allowed to not be basically forced into close contact with an ex. Like, the breakup sounds like it was weird. And also, like, everyone really just doesn't give a shit on what he thinks about anything. Like, he's fine with being at the wedding and her being at the wedding and then just like not being paired together for this. You know? This sounds like shipping real people, which is always bad and wrong. Exactly. Like, OP does not get to have any decisions in how he's treated. Everyone is trying to force this relationship between him and Bree, and it's not happening. Why did he block her on everything? We have no idea. I would love to get more information on that. Do you want to get back together with Bree? Because it sounds like she does. Yes. It does sound like that. I think about it in a couple years. Once I've dated around a bit, I'm having a lot of fun in the city with my friends right now. She asked for some time and you moved away. Did she ever tell you that she wanted to split up to be permanent? It reads to me like you got upset and ran away and you're still mad at her, which is fine. I get it, but don't pretend that you're chill when you're clearly not. I don't think he's pretending like he's chill. He's just trying not to be an asshole about things. And that's all the context we're getting. If you ever want to have a chance with her, you're gonna have to be more mature right now. Talk to her, be more honest with your feelings than you are being with us right now. Or come to terms with breaking up with her, because right now you haven't let go. But you think you'll have another chance later. Those things are mutually exclusive. This is your later chance. If you're going out of your way to avoid her now, she'll know that you're mad at her, and it's going to be ugly if you try and deny it. I have never ended a relationship in a position where, like, we are still friends, really. There was one girl I asked on a date, and, like, I took her to Chili's, and I paid with a gift card, and she didn't like it. Not the Chili's girl. The Chili's girl, yes. I'm sorry. I was in college and broke as fuck. Okay? Please tell me you were like 17. I was in college and broke as fuck, and I had a Chili's gift card, and I'm like, I don't need like $50 worth of Chili's. I have to do my best here. She didn't like that I was paying with her gift card. She said that my life was not going to go anywhere because I was an artist, and women liked guys who actually had money. Also, go to colinmullen.com in order to get art and art prints. It's how I make my living outside of Twitch. So, you know. That's the closest I ever came to being still friends afterwards. Katana Squirrel, thank you for the 62 months of support. Use the sub to buy more Chili's gift cards. Maybe she should have paid for her own food. Yeah. This is why you should be gay, because apparently guys don't care. Alternatively, I could just, I don't know, date someone like my wife who does not care about that kind of thing. I feel like I had almost that exact same thing happen again with her, but my wife didn't care because why would she? You know? This is when we were still dating and not married. I'm putting my ring on because it feels weird. Like, most of the time I don't, because paint getting on it and stuff like that. Being gay because you like men. Wrong. Being gay because you like saving money. Correct. Well, thank you, Dark Flame. Anyway, yeah, life hack, be aromantic. Works for some people. Dr. Spamma, thank you for the gift sub. Oh, hi. You're cute. Are you single? Hi. Yeah, the camera's on. I love you. Can I get your number? She flipped me off with her ring finger again. Where's her at? It's Tilda, spelled with a 7. I love her. Am I the asshole for she brought me the throat coat tea that I was gonna make? Ask her about Chili's. I don't need to ask her about Chili's. How do you spell tilde with a like that? 7 instead of a T. There's another gift card notification. Haunted Chasm, thank you for the gift sub. That was very kind of you. Ask her to Chili's tonight. I mean, we could go somewhere better. I fucking hate Fall Guys music, so we're skipping this one. Chili's is okay food. Their chocolate lava cake is great. Their burgers are fine, but they make me feel sick to my stomach. Am I the asshole for refusing my wife water? Probably, yes. Again, I know the title sounds bad, but hear me out. My wife, 29, has a strange preference in water. She always drinks unflavored seltzer water, but instead of just drinking it normally, she opens the can first, wait for all the bubbles to fizz out before drinking them. It's such a waste. She's essentially drinking regular water at this point, but for a higher price. My wife argues that it just tastes fresher and crisper after being left out and opened. Normally I do the grocery What? I normally do the grocery shopping, so last week I did not buy any seltzer, but any seltzer. Oh, 300 bits. Holy shit. Or 3,000 bits. I read it as 3,000. That is a lot of money. I haven't been able to make many streams since I becoming a mailman. You're a good dude. Get yourself a Chili's gift card. Thank you. Preferences aren't about... You know what? I think it was yesterday. Me and the wife we went to Target. We got some clothes. I think I talked about that. And we got Milky Ways. Those little fun size Milky Ways, right? I'm weird. Chat's gonna ride my ass about this, but I like my Milky Ways cold. Okay? So you put them in the freezer, then you let them thaw a little bit, and then it's really fucking good. My wife, yesterday when we brought them home, was like, do you want me to put some in the freezer for you? I'm like, and she's like, I'm gonna do it for you. She thinks it's weird. She doesn't like the taste, but she does it because, get this, it makes me happy, and who gives a shit? If she liked seltzer water flat, let her drink flat seltzer water. Okay? Cooling a Milky Way does not cost extra. Seltzer does. I mean, it sounds like you need to get a soda streamer so you could carbonate some water, then make it go flat. Normally I do the grocery shopping, but last week I didn't buy any seltzer. When I got home, my wife asked where the seltzer was. She had added it to the shopping list. When I explained that I hadn't bought any, she immediately went red in the face and didn't say anything. Later that day, I went to the gym. When I got back, our kitchen was decked out in seltzer cans. I could barely open the pantry. This is so fucking fake. I couldn't open the pantry because there's so many packs of seltzer. There were at least 25 boxes worth. This didn't happen. My wife smugly told me that she had taken several trips to the grocery store because one trip wasn't enough to fit all the seltzer in her car because she knew I was trying to cut her off. She told her family about this, and they're all calling me an asshole, saying I'm depriving my wife of a basic need. Edit to add, my wife almost exclusively drinks this flat seltzer. She will easily go through 7+ seltzers in a day. We can afford it, but it's still pretty expensive and takes up a significant amount of money. My wife is in the kitchen opening all the cans right now. I get that I might be at least partially the asshole, so I'm laying low right now. Anon, thank you for the gift sub. It's so fake, but it's really funny. I love the idea of her just like aggressively opening all of the seltzer water, being like, this son of a bitch, motherfucker. I do feel like my wife's habit could be unsanitary though, because she opens the seltzer several days before Why? Seltzer several days before drinking them, so there's so much potential for dust to get in. It makes guests feel uncomfortable when my wife offers them several day open flat seltzers. I get that you like that, but that doesn't mean that a majority of people like flat seltzers. I was thinking like she's fucking weird, dude. Okay. Instead of the regular poll of am I the asshole, is she weird? Yes. No. Because, like, this is your wife. She goes through 7 a day. This is not new information to you. You know? This is her thing, I guess. Everyone sucks is the winning thing here. But a majority of people say everyone sucks, with a small 1% difference saying you're the asshole. Everyone sucks, get a soda stream, or make your own seltzer. No cans or bottles to waste, recycle. You can always control the amount of carbonation. I mean, that. Exactly that. Do that. I don't know if everyone sucks here. Your wife is fucking weird, dude. But you married her. OP, how is it wasteful if she's drinking it? I mean, if she isn't pouring it out, she's drinking it. I think that she's... Let your wife enjoy things. She doesn't want carbonation. What is seltzer water? She should just drink LaCroix. Because it's flat as soon as you open it. It basically tastes like fucking nothing. What is seltzer water? It's just carbonated water, right? Soda water. Seltzer is the simplest of these waters, made by carbonating plain water with carbon dioxide. Does anyone know the science of this? Like, if you get carbonated water and then you let it go flat, is that just regular water at this point? Like, it tastes different? It's got like it's spicy. In fairness, okay, 92% of chat says she's weird. Okay, cool. So we're on that. We're agreed on that point. It like flavored seltzer. That's a thing, right? It's like it's basically water, but it's got like lemon, and then it's carbonated, right? I used to have a friend who was super into Pellegrino. I don't know if she still is. She was the inspiration for Soup Bird and the March of the Mice. So you can get flavored seltzer water. Nectarine lemon. So maybe it's not as simple as just that. Like orange seltzer water. So, like, have I ever had LaCroix? LaCroix? No. Didn't OP say unflavored? Unflavored seltzer water. Yeah, OP did say that. The X is silent. LaCroix. Why? Why is she doing this? I mean, she's your wife. Like, who cares? It makes her happy. Like, does anyone... Okay, anyone here have LaCroix or, like, some... Does anyone have some unflavored seltzer water that we can experiment with? Like, is anyone free? Does anyone have some unflavored seltzer water we can fuck around with? Would you mind... Would you mind, like, opening a can and letting it go flat and letting us know what it tastes in, like, an hour or two? I just want to know what the fuck she's doing, dude. Thank you, Gear. Thank you, everyone. I mean, it definitely has to be, like, a few days in order to, like, emulate this theory. Before it's flat, it's angry water, bubbly, slight tang. Yeah, I've had seltzer water before. I'm just... what the fuck is she doing? Has any... So people have had flat... Yeah. Here, hold up. Set a timer for 1 hour. Check the seltzer.
Sure. A 1 hour timer called Check the Seltzer. And we're starting now. Okay.
Obviously, it's not going to go as flat in an hour, but... we'll do some other stuff in a minute. I mean... Okay, so she's weird. It's really hard to get past that. She's weird for doing this. I don't see a reason to deny her. It has a lower pH, causing it to be slightly sour, even if it is I mean, it sounds like it would suck. Can I shake it up a bit? Sure. I mean, we're not doing it perfectly. This sounds like ass, honestly, but again, okay, no, focus. So she has this weird thing she likes, just support her in that. Like, who cares? You have the money for it. Buy a soda stream. You know? He's an asshole for at least not talking to her about it. Yeah. He should just be like, I don't understand. This is weird. And I think, and it's like not that bad of a sanitary thing. If you put it in a cup, it'll flatten faster. It will taste differently. Carbonated, so it has a lower pH, which makes it taste sour, which is why it makes carbonated milk taste spoiled. Chat, why the fuck do you know that? The carbonated milk tasting bad thing. Why the fuck would you try that? Yeah, I feel like you should support your wife in getting her a carbonate, a soda stream, so she can carbonate her own water. If you're concerned about the health risks of dust, everyone's fucking weird. Not everyone sucks here, but everyone's a fucking weirdo. Put a cover over the can, sure. A decarbonator machine. I have no idea. I mean, talk to her about getting a soda stream. Be like, hey, it feels a little wasteful, but hey, here's my solution. How about 7 cans a day is a lot, man. Again, bringing up my brother again, probably just because I saw him today and I was thinking about it. Me and my brother had a limit on how many Cokes we could drink in a day growing up. It's 2. You could have 2 Cokes in a day, no more. It was a health thing as well as a finance thing. Like, 12 packs of Cokes are expensive. It's still too much. 2 sounds like a lot per day. I would hit that limit pretty much every time. My brother would drink more. Several. Someone already said this would be obsessive compulsion. Could be. Yeah. You know, it definitely reads like weird obsessive compulsive behavior. It's not always about cleaning. Sometimes it's about whatever the fuck this is. Am I the asshole for my comment choice? I really want to know. My friend is having a bar mitzvah, and I was thinking, you didn't really think that Jessica Rabbit was the best idea for a kid's birthday party for you. Okay. Am I the asshole for being pissed at my mother-in-law and ruining her birthday because she favoritizes one of her grandkids? Last year, our daughter was born. During pregnancy, we figured out how we would deal with daycare, work after the birth, and how our routine would look like. Over here, daycare is very expensive, so we discussed our financial situation and the solution that we could work with. I work full-time, my wife 3 days. Okay, so she's part-time. I mean, we need to fill up 3 days of daycare and babysitting. As our kid would be the first little one in our both families, we logically asked her parents, as the new grandparents to be, if they would take care of our daughter for like 1 day a week. Of course, we did let them know we chose for kids knowing we would choose for kids, we need to take care of them. We absolutely don't force them to babysit or claim them as free days. If they don't want to babysit for 1 day a week, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine as well. So my parents were over the moon that they could babysit and enjoy their grandchild 1 day each week. We also brought the matter to my parents-in-law, and they immediately said that they're too busy with jobs, taking care of elderly people, etc. They have 3 kids. So if that means that they're going to babysit the grandchild of 1 kid, they should have to do it for kids 2 and 3. Fine, no problem, your choice. So that left us with 2 days of daycare and 1 day at my parents'. Now things drastically changed. My sister-in-law also became pregnant, and they popped up the same question with my mother-in-law, and she immediately said yes. When I heard this, I was pissed at my mother-in-law. My sister-in-law brought this up directly up after my mother-in-law said yes and felt guilty for us. In the meantime, my wife also changed job, which has left us more planning because the irregularities in her working days. And all those difficult days, my mother was there to help us, not my mother-in-law. And knowing that she will take care of the kid of my sister-in-law, I'm pretty mad. My wife says that she doesn't want to bring it up because my mother-in-law has already ruined her chances of taking care of our kid. But I really hate that she chooses one kid over the other. Okay, so far, like, he's upset about a kind of shitty situation. He hasn't done anything asshole-worthy yet. And now every time she asks about our kid, I'm immediately pissed off. My sister-in-law also doesn't understand why. Both my wife and sister-in-law have the same relationship with my mother-in-law, as well as I and my brother-in-law. Our kid is not a difficult one, laughs a lot, doesn't have special needs, etc. This week, we had the birthday for my mother-in-law and the whole family. She was telling my aunt about how she can't wait to hold the kid of my sister-in-law, and I completely lost it. I was fuming how she favoritized one grandchild over the other, and she almost missed a complete first year of our daughter. My wife was mad at me for snapping at my mother-in-law and ruining her birthday. So am I the asshole? My mother-in-law doesn't want to... Okay. Do I need to make a chart to break this down? They're having a kid, and they need some help with the kid. They said, you know, if you guys can't do it, that's fine. That's fine. Chart. Okay. Mother-in-law. Okay. OP is here. His wife here. Sister-in-law is here. And then brother-in-law. They have a kid. So that's... And then they have a kid. This is daughter. On the way. Kid. I don't know if we know if it's a boy or a girl. It doesn't really matter. Alright. So the mother-in-law, when approached about like, hey, can you take care of our kid? She says no. When the same question is asked over here, she says yes. I don't understand why. It's really weird because he's like, it's totally cool if you don't want to. But like... It's definitely favoritism, but he's not entitled to childcare. I Agree? My dad's mom wanted, I mean, maybe that's it. My dad's mom wanted nothing to do with us because she didn't like our mom. Maybe mother-in-law just hates OP here. I could see that. I don't think he's an asshole. Is this our first controversial one where, like, chat might disagree with me on this? Not the asshole. Everybody sucks here. You're not getting any more information, so I'm not putting that as a result. Yeah, chat seems to be agreeing with me. She's being weird. The mother-in-law is definitely being weird here. Am I the asshole for gifting away my stepdaughter's new clothes? Yes, most definitely. I can't think of a situation where that's not the case. So around holidays, and my boyfriend's parents and sisters and respective significant other, along came my 2.5-year-old stepdaughter and my boyfriend's niece, 4 years old, who is daughter of half sisters, so not my mother-in-law's granddaughter, only family-in-law. Stepdaughter and boyfriend's niece, who is daughter of half sister. Okay. I think I understand. Okay. OP. Is this relevant? Maybe. Significant other. They're not married. Mother-in-law is being used as a term here, despite the fact that they are not married. Daughter? Okay. And so the significant other has a kid. But it's not related to OP. And I think the same situation's happening over here. Her significant, not the brother, has a kid. I don't think it's actually that complex. Okay, the last one, not the asshole for... What is this? Oh, ruining the birthday, yeah. Significant other can be married. It's the Reddit way of getting around saying partner or spouse for some stupid reason. Boyfriend's parents. They're not married. Also, they're not family-in-law. It's super confusing. Okay. My stepdaughter sees us rather often, as she pretty much comes to us for a week every month, so she's gotten used to planes and traveling a bit with us. And her grandma, her mom moved with oh my god, there's too much shit going on. There's too many characters. Our niece has never done anything like that. She still co-sleeps, like sleeps with her, okay, with her parents, and she's never even stayed a full night away from, full or day night away from them. Now we are traveling for a full week, and the father-in-law, family-in-law, is meant to be the main caregiver. I think that's supposed to be father-in-law. However, from the moment the trip started, we all noticed a big bag of new clothes from a fancy department store. It's hand luggage size. We only took hand luggage, so impossible not to notice. OP is an asshole for being confusing. This is not dyslexia kicking in full steam, and I have no idea what the fuck the words I'm reading are. Like, I'm so confused. There's like keywords missing in these sentences. It was hand luggage size. I think it's supposed to say was not hand luggage size, and we only took hand luggage size, hand luggage, so it's impossible to not notice. I don't think I fucking care about this. I'm voting that OP is an asshole for not whatever this is, but for making me read that. Daughter left a vomit cup at a table at a restaurant. I still say she shouldn't have taken it to the restroom. I still say she should have taken it to the... What is a vomit cup? My daughter is pregnant with all sorts of complications. She had bariatric surgery over a year ago, and kept telling her doctor that she can't keep anything down. She's in so much pain she can't sit up for more than an hour. They told her that it was in her head, and if she really wants to eat, she could. Okay. She decided to switch hospitals. Good. That would have been my recommendation. The new doctors told her they know exactly what happened and how to fix it. But because she's pregnant, they have to wait until she has the baby. Wow. Even at 20 weeks, she vomits after and sometimes during eating. She had a 24-hour feeding tube for 3 months before it was removed a couple weeks ago. God damn. So here's the issue. We went to a restaurant. She got her soup. She's about 2/3 the way done. She grabbed the water glass and vomited into it. I got up to let her out and told her to take the glass with her to rinse it out. She didn't. Instead, my other daughter put a napkin over it and handed it to the waitress. I was appalled. I didn't want to express myself in public, so I took my food and left. She texted me saying, "I'm sorry I embarrassed you, Ma. I will do better at being more judicial about whether or not I should go out or not." Bariatric surgery is like stomach stuff, right? Stomach and throat. Let me get this right. Gastric bypass and other weight loss surgeries known as bariatric surgery. Involves changes to your digestive system to help you lose weight. Okay. Just want to be on the understand. Here's the, okay. Wrote this to the girls. From your text, you implied that you were that I was upset that you were nauseous and vomited. That's not the case. To be clear, I was incensed that you did not take the cup you vomited into the bathroom to rinse it out, especially after I told you to do so on your way. Instead, your sister handed it to the server, and in no way was this okay. No one should have to handle your vomit. I do hope that you understand this is truth and it won't happen again. I can be angry at your actions, and I still love you unconditionally. She replied, where I got so upset is that you were angry about the cup when I'm already hurting, embarrassed, and trying not to vomit more. Or I'm already having a difficult time going out and eating. So you're focusing on a cup that they have power washers for, and I'm just trying to get through. I'm not saying it was right, but things happen, and I mean, like, God, like... I understand everyone in this story. We're ignoring... Okay, do we need to add... We have to ignore COVID to some degree to these as well? No dishwasher should have to do... I mean, if you're like, you just vomited and you're running to the bathroom so that way you can vomit the rest of it that may be happening into the toilet... I get her not being like, oh, let me take a moment to rinse out the cup. You know? I'll deal with that when I get back. Like, I can understand that. Like, that feels fairly low importance when you just threw up. You know? You clean up once you're done being sick. This one is weird. I made it into the cup rather than the table, and you want to harp on about the cup, and I just wanted to get to the bathroom and not vomit more on the table. If you have the capacity to worry about the cup when you're that sick, that's good on you. I didn't, and then you continue to harp on about it when I got back. I'm struggling with everything, and in those moments, I don't have the capacity to worry about a stupid cup. And then I came back to you shaming me was even more hurtful. Sometimes I make it places to vomit before it happens, and other times I can't. And to be shamed for containing it and not being able to handle cleanup makes it so much worse. I understand that she's hurting, but taking responsibility for her own vomit is mandatory in my book. Am I the asshole? Should I let something like this go with no response because she's in pain and so sick? Update. Thank you for your feedback. I should have taken the cup myself. Honestly, at the moment, it hadn't even crossed my mind, let alone should. Consider it done in the future. Yeah, so the daughter being sick and not wanting to handle it right then, like, don't hand it to the waiter. The daughter sucks. The sister is an asshole for handing it to the waiter. It wasn't the daughter who was being sick that handed it to the waiter. She was like running to go vomit in the toilet. She wasn't thinking about like what's gonna happen to the cup. She probably was gonna be like, all right, I'll deal with this later, right? Like, she didn't go, please hand this to a waiter, I'll be right back. I don't understand why this is the daughter who vomited's fault. You know? And yeah, it didn't occur to me, but maybe the mom could have taken care of this. You know? Like, take care of your kid. I'm glad they learned, yeah. You probably shouldn't be going out to a restaurant after bariatric surgery when you're still learning how to eat again, but peer pressure can make you come along to be included. Yeah. I was kind of like, why the fuck are you going to restaurants when you're like sick as fuck? But yeah, that's it. That's it right there. I get it. It's peer pressure. You want to be with your family. You know? Throw your account. Am I the asshole? Wife doesn't lock her car ever. Anyway, my wife doesn't lock her car anytime, anywhere. It doesn't matter. Where do you live? Where does your wife like to park her car? Just asking for a thief. Dealing with your stuff being stolen or tampered with is apparently less of a hassle than clicking a button. Whatever. She has her thing, I have mine. Despite the fact that it drives me crazy, it never inconvenienced me. By the way, she's had her car broken into multiple times. She still doesn't lock it. How the fuck? This is already stupid. Like, I can understand being in a place where you don't lock the door because you just live in a place. I told my wife many times that shouldn't anything happen while the car is unlocked, including theft of the said car, she's on her own. I told her not to call me for a ride or expect me to drive her around trying to get her stuff back. If it were convenient for me, she could perhaps borrow my car should her car get stolen, but otherwise find someone else to clean up the mess you deliberately crave to make. A lot of people like live in neighborhoods where they're like, we don't have to lock our cars. Like, I probably wouldn't let someone like this borrow my car because she wouldn't lock it. I want to be in OP's corner, but he sounds like a bit of a dick about this whole thing, but I understand where he's coming from. I stood true to my word. I refused to come pick her up. I refused to bring her to the police department to file a report. I refused to help her at all. She briefly used my car the other day when I was off work, but other than that, she's on her own. I feel justified because our conversation we had 100 times, but now her friends and our family are both making me out to be an asshole. Like it's my fault she has to deal with the consequences of her own stupidity. The thing is, whenever this issue is resolved in whatever way it does get resolved, I can almost guarantee she won't lock her car. Anyway, I love how that sentence was the line where it's like chat immediately exploded into "you're the asshole." I love finding this sentence. I love finding the exact paragraph or sentence where chat just immediately makes their judgment. You're not wrong. He's an asshole in his tone. I have been in situations where I like go, hey, you're aware that what you're doing is really stupid as shit, right? And they go, I'm going to keep doing a stupid thing, right? And then it's finally a situation where it's like, I told you so. And it's really, really tempting to be like this. Like, I wouldn't let her borrow my car. Edit. Didn't leave my wife stranded. She was outside a friend's place with another friend. The friend who lived there drove them both hands. Wouldn't leave my wife alone on the side of the road in a shitty neighborhood. I'm not that much of a cold-hearted bastard. You do admit that you are a bit of a cold-hearted bastard, though, which I agree with. Too, I think that most of the comments point to me not being the asshole, but I also see the point people made about being there to help your wife and not being petty. She filed a police report. I don't know how much they can actually do. We live just outside a big city in the Midwest with reasonably high crime rates. I contacted her insurance, but I have no idea how it's going to pan out. I've decided to help her. Oh my God. Shout out to doing the bare fucking minimum. I'll drive her where she needs to go. I'll do all my husbandly duties. And I apologize for being a dick. I get it. I'm her husband, not her parent. And despite being right, I feel like an ass having held it against her. I hope she learns her lesson as she is remorseful, but I'm still not 100% convinced that she will be locking her car. I guess we'll have to see. Your wife is dumb. Your wife is dumb as shit. If you live in an area with a high crime rate, your wife keeps getting her car broken into, and then you tell her, like, you need to lock your car, and then she just doesn't. Like, your wife is stupid. You have a dumb wife. Not the asshole. Really. Like, I can understand growing up in an area where, like, you don't need to lock your car. And then it happens, you're like, holy shit. She's dumb. He's an asshole. That's it. There needs to be a you're the asshole but justified. I don't know if I think people dream of being this much of an asshole, but then you realize that you have a conscience and you just don't. Why doesn't the guy just lock the car for her? He could not be around. If he's not there when it happens, I always lock the car. I always lock the doors to my apartment. You know, I throw the deadbolt if my wife is home. Am I the asshole for forcing my kid to do a puzzle? I, 32-year-old female, am divorced with a 11-year-old son named Mark. I feel like the grammar could have been better situated there. Mark has anger issues and gets frustrated when or thinks you're an asshole for not being able to write. What? Mark has anger issues and gets frustrated or things don't go his way, will lash out with his words. Period. Recently, no capitalization, he started breaking things, and at the beginning of the month, I found a hole in the wall. At the beginning of all this, he just had too much energy, so I put him in a sport. At the beginning of all this, I thought he just had too much energy, so I put him in a sport. It helped for a bit, but now we're back to this. I can't afford to send him to anger management classes, so I asked my mom what I should do. She told me I should have him sit down once a day and do an activity that takes patience. Something that, when done, will be an achievement. She also said to add rules if he lashes out, then his process on the activity will get wiped. She told me that that's what she did with my sister with knitting when she has an attitude / lashing out problem. So I bought a 500-piece puzzle to start. I told him every day he's going to sit down on working the puzzle for 30 minutes. If he breaks things or lashes out people for no reason, just because he's frustrated, then the puzzle will be taken apart and he has to start over. The first day went fine, but the second day he got angry with the puzzle and threw it on the ground, so he had to start over. Mark broke a controller, so the puzzle was taken apart. There's a way to, like, spawn in a puzzle, right? Why are all these 180 pieces? I don't know what I did for the last hour and a half with my friends, but I think I enjoyed it. A puzzle of some guy. Trying to visualize 500-piece puzzle. Go in the fucking bag. That's too much. I don't know how to turn off the Discord overlay, I'll be honest. This is a 500-piece puzzle. I used to do 1,000 K piece puzzles as a teen, but I like wanted to do them. Every day he's gonna sit down and work on the puzzle for 30 minutes. So the 300 something piece puzzle, people said, I don't know how I spent an hour and a half of my life working on with my friends. If you first day went fine. Second day he got angry with the puzzle and threw it on the ground. He had to start over. Mark broke his controller. The puzzle was taken apart. Thing that should have only taken a few days is now a week 3. Good news is it seems to have worked. The puzzle is almost done with no problems for a whole week, which is fine for a long time. He used to have this problem almost every day. Now my ex-husband has Mark once a month, and it was his day. I got a call a bit ago about how dare I force Mark to do the puzzle. It was a cruel thing to do to a kid, and I'm a bad parent. Then he talked to my sister, and she told me she hates knitting to this day, but she admits it worked. This is extremely weird parenting energy. I mean, if it works, I guess. I think anger management would be cheaper or better, but you know, it's got America energy. Weird, but not asshole-ish. National Growl at Your Dick Day. What? I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, not cheaper. I misspoke. This is a weird solution to a problem. America is the asshole. Yeah, America is the asshole. Like, apparently it's working because the kid has gone 3 weeks. without fucking up the puzzle. No problems for a whole week for the first time in a long time. Like, taking the puzzle apart is mean. He works on it 30 minutes a day. The kid has anger issues and they need to be dealt with because he is breaking controllers. He's putting holes in walls. There needs to be a solution. She's trying to tackle this issue. It's not emotional neglect. What? I would assume that she's also speaking to him about it, but like that may not be working. Like, the kid is being forced to deal with his anger. Like, she's doing something. I don't agree with this. I think this is fucking weird as hell, but I guess it's working? Better than staring at a wall for half an hour. Yeah. Went ahead and made a poll. Need the milk. Thank you for the 5 months of support. She's not being abusive. She's not building a good relationship with her kid. The grapefruit. Thank you for the big raid. 242 people. Holy crap. How's it going, man? We're reading Am I the Asshole puzzles. Or stories. This one is about a puzzle. How's the stream, my dude? Stream was fucking epic. What were you up to, man? I feel like there would be better ways of dealing with this kid's anger issues. It's the Binding of Isaac Repentance. We were just listening to that soundtrack, man. The better ways cost money. Yeah, this may be a solution to the fact that she can't get him actual therapy. How long is left on the seltzer? Yeah, there was this weird situation with the seltzer. 15 minutes on the seltzer. Pro tip, if you can't afford a good life for your kids, don't have them. Who the fuck can afford anything right now, man? I mean, like, I feel like puzzles are a better thing to ruin than knitting. Because someone actually might want to knit someday, but jigsaw puzzles suck. They do not. Do we have to do puzzles? Do you want to do puzzle? Do you want to work on puzzle? That one puzzle that we were looking at? Of man? I love puzzles. see how this poll ends. Can we work on them together? I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to set up the settings for Discord. User settings. What is it? Notifications? So not the asshole for forcing the kid to do puzzles to deal with his anger issues. It's a solution. It's a weird fucking solution. I don't know how I feel about this one. Not the asshole, but I don't feel good about it. Yes, that's that. That is what I feel there. Weird, not abusive, just a weird fucking thing to do. Parenting is hard. All right. Let's see. Scroll down. Is there a game overlay option? In-game overlay off. Thank you. The dad is an asshole for just... All right, let's read another one of these, and then we'll do a puzzle. Am I the asshole for moving out of my family to another state after my family bought our first home for us in the Midwest? Probably. Am I the asshole for calling our dog walker inhumane for not letting out our neighbor's dog? We recently moved to a new area and we have a new dog walker we like and my dog loves. On Sunday night, our old neighbor asked us if we could watch her dog for the week because she wanted to take an impromptu trip. Her dog and ours have been best friends since they were puppies and we watch her all the time, so we immediately said yes. We told our walker that there would be another dog in our house on Tuesday morning, but she didn't need to walk her. Just let her out into the backyard for a wee. Would be fine. She said she was uncomfortable without having met the dog, so we asked her if she could come over Monday night to meet her. The dog was dropped off Monday afternoon. She agreed, but never showed. She texted us Monday night, asking us to crate the neighbor's dog because she wasn't sure if the dog would like her. We understood her position. We crated her, but warned her that it would likely stress out both dogs since they want to be together. She said she'd let us know how it went and agreed to let the neighbor's dog out in the yard if she felt comfortable. She seems cautious around dogs. Some dogs are weirdly aggressive. Probably been bit. Oh, by the way, we went to take Herman to the vet today. Our cat, totally fine. He's just got an allergy to food, probably. But he was the goodest boy. Dude, like... They were checking out, like, they're poking and prodding him. They're, like, messing around with his butt because he's bleeding from there because he's, I guess. Anyway, and he was totally chill. Like, he just laid there without it being, like, a fucking thing. He's like, I guess this is happening. I'll just deal with this. Herman's such a good boy. And then after they were done, he hopped in the sink and just chilled. Herman being a very good kitty. Did he say meow? No, not so much. He doesn't really talk. Does your dog like it when the tap is dripping? He doesn't mind it. He'll get little grumps, which is like where his fur does a thing. But anyway, But I noticed that the nurse that was like holding the scruff of his neck to keep him still had a few scratches on her. And I'm like, that probably happens all the time. We leave the house at 7. The dog walker comes at noon. We hadn't heard anything, so we texted her at 2. Didn't respond until 4:45. Sent a long message about how both dogs were stressed and barking, and what an unsafe situation we put her in. We started to worry at this point because our neighbor's dog had been crated all day and we had a long commute, normally home around 6. We asked her to clarify if she let the dog out. She took another hour to tell us that she didn't. The dog My husband got really upset with her and sent a long text about how irresponsible it was to not let us know that she wasn't going to be able to let the dog out as soon as it happened, as we would have left work earlier to let her out. He called her inhumane since the dog was in a crate for 11 hours. We rushed home. The poor thing was holding in the whole time, limped outside, and ran out to pee. Poor girl. Walker never responded to my husband's text, but she made a Facebook post about on our local Buy Nothing group. Buy Nothing? Where we got her contact information about how she needs an outlet for her anger and how people in the neighborhood had abused her safety at work. She got so many sympathetic comments and lots of comments about what a wonderful dog walker she is. And she is. Our dog loves her. Did we handle this wrong? We had no expectations of her walking the other dog, but we realized that we shouldn't have put her in it in the last minute. If you're this afraid of dogs, like, that doesn't seem great. We did offer to pay her more with our previous dog walker. We paid double to walk both dogs because the neighbor would pay us back. Our neighbor knows we work all day and that the dog walker would come. Our previous walker would let both dogs out without issue and did so never previously meeting the neighbor's dog. We fully and completely understood her position and being uncomfortable. We don't care that she didn't let the dog out. That's fine. We never want to put her we never want to risk her safety. We're set that we weren't told until the end of the day. Even when this occurred around noon, we could have come home and let the poor thing out. For those saying that she was uncomfortable and we should have made other arrangements, her last text to us on Monday night, which we felt comfortable after receiving, yes, totally possible. I'll do everything I can to make she's taken care of, and I will let you know how it goes. Sorry I didn't have time to come and mix her. If you have asked her breed, she's a pit bull / boxer mix. We informed the dog walker this. For those who instantly think that makes her an aggressive dog, the dog is infinitely more patient and gentle than our mutt. During the pandemic, my neighbor fostered all kinds of animals of all sizes and ages, and their dog loved them all, including a litter of 10 kittens who spent 6 weeks beating her up all day. She also grew up with 2 young kids, but again, the walker couldn't have known that, so I totally understand her not being comfortable with the unknown dog, but never would have put her in an unsafe situation. A stranger literally could sit on her and she would be thrilled. Dog racism? I mean, I'd like to have someone sit on me. This is what I'm fucking talking about. You're like, what's wrong with us? You're horny. You're horny all the time. You have someone to sit on you. Cats like sitting on people. That's different, and you fucking know it. I don't think that she's the asshole here. She was like, okay, you got an issue with the dog that if you met, that makes sense. Do you want to meet her beforehand? Yes, but I can't make it. Then not responding and being cool with it. Saying that she was gonna be cool with it, but then she wasn't. She should have let them know. There's really no reason to not let them know. The dog walker seems like she kind of dropped the ball. I really don't feel like you should be a dog walker if you're super against certain dogs. Like, you're gonna get random pit bulls if you walk dogs. She was gonna pretend to be totally cool with it until she saw it was a pit bull. Yeah, And pit bulls are fine dogs. Long story, my parents took care of a pit bull mix. And it was, you know, sweetest dog. You know? Like, didn't cause problems. Remind me a lot of my, like, golden retriever. And, like, what a good dog for holding its bladder for that long. 11 hours. You know? This dog, like, cares and doesn't want to cause problems, you know? It is sad. It is a poor thing, for sure. But this is a good dog, you know? All right. I'm going to go to the bathroom and then let me make a pull. I'm going to make a shorter pull. I'm going to do like a 2-minute pull. 1-minute pull. I might have to switch it because my throat's starting to die on me. Puzzle? What are the options of things we could do? What other games am I streaming? Stray? Sure. 20 minutes until dawn. That's a one we could do. I don't know how much longer I can go with my throat being this messed up. Monster Hunter, sure. Balloons? I need to get another game in the rotation, man. All right. Stray is the kitty cat game. Look at these pictures we took, man. I don't think I can do the arcade on this week because these scenes are like way too detailed. But it is a really pretty game. I was thinking about doing this one, but having it zoomed into like here. I think that'd be a pretty good art. The cat in the alley. That could be pretty good right there. This one's pretty okay. A little bit of clipping there. I didn't see that when it was happening. That's pretty good. That one's very pretty. Also pretty. I like this one. I think I like this one more. It's got very like lo-fi hip-hop jams to relax and study to. This one's really good. This one's a bit chaotic. This one's okay. This one I feel like would take too long. A lot of these involve a lot of teal. Teal is a kind of expensive and hard to get to color, in my opinion. I'd have to go and buy more. All right. Let me take a quick minute break to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. BRB. Drink your seltzer. I'm back. That's not the kitty timer. That's the seltzer timer. Check the seltzer. I'm back. Do you have any experience skinning animals or making leather? No. It does taste different than regular water. Tastes tangy and almost metallic. Weird. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. I just need to turn off that timer.
Hi, cat.
All right, I'm back. I got water. It's just regular water. All right. Let me go ahead and restart the stream. Is that all right? You look blurry. That made it worse. All right, let me know when you hear this. Okay, be right back with puzzle.